Hello everybody. Today we're going to be receiving a wonderful masterclass on boat building by the fantastic Dr. Rokk. Dr. Rokk has built a couple of boats at his base, and I thought it would be wise to get some fantastic knowledge from him. So there's no need to delay, we're going to hop straight over. And yeah, we're going to use these tips to build a hopefully pretty cool thing. Let's go. Welcome everybody to Rokk's wonderful boat, and the man himself is here. Can you tell me a little bit about how you designed this? I want to learn from the master, I guess.
Certainly not the master, but I thank you very much. Yeah, so I was inspired by Corellis type builds, and some of the tips that he provides on his videos are obviously very useful. For builds like this, where you're replicating something in real life, obviously it's good to have a schematic that you can follow, which helps to get you the proportions that you need to make it look authentic. The difficult thing for this boat was the curvature. Getting the curvature right, I find, is always very tricky.
Yeah. When you put it in creative, what did you build first? Was there a skeleton and then a fill-in, or was it?
Yeah, so like I said, using these kind of reference designs, you want to get the length and the width with the right proportions. The first thing you do, of course, is get the underwater part right.
I did a bit of scouting myself. I saw that you were like fairly consistent in the amount of blocks underwater that you were going.
Well, that's the thing. It's going to sit in the water to some degree, and compared to the other boat that I'm building over there, which is supposed to be a bigger and a heavier build, there's more blocks underwater over there, just to be proportionally correct.
Can we go and see the oil tanker? I think it's a little bit closer to what I'm going for, because I want to build a container ship. I feel like the heavy, slow ship is more of the kind of idea. The terracotta look is definitely, it feels like the right texture for your area.
Yeah.
For mine, I'm not totally sure. I do like the terracotta on yours, but I wonder. I guess I'll play around, but I'm certainly enjoying the terracotta look here.
It's hard to verbalize because you do these things and you keep chipping away at them until you're happy, and it takes a while. But because it was the first base I knew I was going to build, I put in a lot of effort, getting it right.
Sure. Is it going to stay pretty grey and kind of highlight more the bottom colors, or are you going to add a bit more color?
Oh, for the oil tanker?
Yeah.
No, so those tough blocks for me getting the shape of the cabin area. And I like the blocks when I'm trying to plan things out in this way, where you can see the block edges. Yeah. So it's easy to count. But no, I mean, the color schemes, like you often see red on these kind of builds in real life. They're always, the oil tankers are normally red. And I like these stripes to kind of break up the solid color.
I appreciate it. And I guess I'll see you later, and I will document your chess game that you were talking to me about earlier.
Yeah, unfortunate result for me this time, but yeah.
See you later, bro. Appreciate it.
Cool, see you.
Okay, everybody. As you can see, I've been doing a little bit of measuring out and all that, and I have come up with a problem and also a solution which I'd like to share. Basically, container ships can either have the containers long ways, or they can have them like width ways. And I thought for this size of space that kind of like wide, the long way, no, the short way, is actually more appropriate. So actually this thing here is actually different. But as I fly up, you can see that this space isn't actually very long, and that's a bit of an issue. But what I can do is I can kind of take some more space out of here to give the boat more space to be. But that also means, of course, that I need to destroy all of this. So I will do a tiny little bit of a cut here, get rid of all of this, and I'll come back with a better marking out of where this boat is going to be. It should be good though. So yeah, let's go and I guess destroy all the work I did last video. Alright, let's go. Alrighty everybody, here's a little bit of a quick update before we move over to the creative world. I have successfully managed to push this back a bit, and I've also slightly edited the shape of the boat template, so if we fly out we can see that we've got this much space to work with. This accounts for 3 container ships, and then a back area for some kind of cabin, admin-y, driving area. As you can see, this river will need editing to some extent, but I can do that. But obviously I need to do it in the future when I've got the design ready. And that means we need to start to take Dr. Rokk's advice. And point 1 was look up some designs, which I've actually already done. But the best way to show you how those can be implemented is indeed by jumping across into the creative world. So yeah, I will see you there. Okay everybody, as you can see, I've got a kind of a thing, and I want to explain how I got here. So I was employing one of the strategies that Dr. Rokk gave me, which was to use blocks with squares on, so that I could see how many blocks things were big. And it's really helped me kind of put this to scale. This was inspired by not a specific blueprint, but a couple that I found. This bulge at the front is extremely common with large ships like this, so I thought it would be right to include it. And to build this, I actually ended up using Axiom a lot. Specifically, I used this. This is called Setup Symmetry, or just the Symmetry tool. And it is a complete pain to use. I'm not going to explain it, but for anyone in the future who wants to build things like this, very complex mirror structures, using Symmetry is amazing. In the end, this has come out very, very well, but of course we have the second half to build. As you can see, I've kind of got the shape of it already, but we've got building to do. So, yeah. So, thanks so much for Axiom existing. And I guess I will get on with it. Let's go. Improvements have been made, everybody. I'm very happy with how this has come out now. Before, it looked kind of trash, and I will admit, looking back at the footage, oh my god, why did I even record that? Anyway, that's what I get for building something at like 11 o'clock at night. But this is what we've got now, and it is way better. Big thanks to Ducky and Trump for telling me that the last one looked trash, so I could build this. And yeah, I'm super happy with how this has come out. I also switched to gold blocks. Don't know why, but I did. That means that we now need to actually get some colours going. Once again, taking another piece of advice from Dr. Rokk, we need to add colour. And that colour is going to be reds and greys, because that's what is used. And because we're modelling this off real things, we need to go with real colours. And as Rokk also said, we need to use terracotta. Red terracotta is really good. Cyan terracotta is good. And then if we look at grey things, we've also got a variety of different greys that we can work with, along with the cyan. I will play around exactly where I want the red to start. Like, do I want it here or lower down, you know. Like, I'll figure it out. But, yeah. I guess it's colour add-in time, and I'll see you back when I've made a decision. Now this is some proper progress, everybody. I am really liking this. As you can see, I put it in a fishbowl to kind of see how it's looking with water happening. And I genuinely really like this. We used another of Dr. Rokk's points to add stripes. And yeah, really effective. I like how the red gets darker just because of the water, nothing to do with the colouring. But I've actually already gathered these blocks, so yeah, time-lapse time. I know it seems weird to do a time-lapse when half of it isn't built, but I'm sick of sitting in creative and just designing random stuff, so we're going to get building, and it should be pretty fun. So yeah, I will see you for a time-lapse. When we're back, we're going to do even more designing. Alrighty people, that was a very fun time-lapse, and I've just noticed we've got a free Nautilus shell down here. How nice. Very rare that. Tramley's Nautilus shell, so I hope you're jealous I've got another one. But yeah, I'm very happy with how this has come out. Obviously I cannot be bothered to get the water out of it, but I think it looks pretty cool. The only thing is that there's not very much clearance between it and the riverbed, so we've got some work to do here, kind of trimming this so I can at least walk underneath the boat. I think that's a reasonable level to go to, but of course, yes, we do need to do the top. So I think what I will do is that I will start by just putting in some kind of floor, build up some of the containers, and then we'll move on to the more minor detailing and the kind of back area with the buildings with the office rooms, control tower, whatever they're called. I'm not familiar enough with boats to say that, but yes, we've got things to build, and I think we should just build them in this world because it'll be easier than jumping back and forth in creative a million times. So yeah, let's go. Alrighty, welcome back everybody. I am very, very happy with how this has come out. I kind of had a problem with like the floor area. Obviously it kind of has to match up with the bottom because it's one block thick in some areas, but even with that I managed to get some stone underneath the containers to give them a bit more interest. And yeah, I guess the next thing we need to do is build up this thing and put some edges on the boat so I don't fall off, or keep falling off, because I've already fallen off about a zillion times. But yeah, got things to do. Let's get designing. I don't know. I'm not thinking ahead, guys. It's late. Alrighty, everybody. So because I've been struggling with this a little bit, we're gonna not make any progress. Instead, I've got a little bit of a skeleton. This was something I actually designed in creative, and I didn't think it was worth showing, but because I'm out of ideas, I thought I'd plop it into the world and actually draw from it. Obviously, we've got this nice little wool barrier. Again, wool is something that Rokk used, and I quite liked it, because we both used the softer wool texture pack from Vanilla Tweaks, and it looks pretty good, so yeah. But then we got this structure. When I fly out, the size and shape of it actually work really well. I'm very happy with it. But of course, blocks are the problem. I do think that andesite and tuff are going to make up a nice chunky part of this structure because that's what this area is made of at the end of the day. So I think it'll work very nicely, but I think once I actually just place some tuff in and stuff like that, I'll get a better feel for how this is looking, and also what the building's purpose is, because this top one is going to have like the control room in so they can like see over the containers, right? But this bottom one maybe is like a engine control room or something, like a mechanical based room, and if so, it wouldn't really have any windows, so that might make for an easier inspiration now that I've got purpose. So yeah, alright, I guess I will get building the outer structure, and then we've got an interior to do, which is exciting because I'm very bad at interiors. Let's go. Alrighty people, I've just noticed you can see how long I've been struggling with this because even the copper bulbs are oxidizing. Yeah, I'm kind of happy with this structure. Obviously you can't see it properly from this angle, so I'm gonna zoom out, and yeah, this is what I have come up with. We've got the little control tower at the top to be able to see, and then obviously we've got a little bit for a ladder and then staircase, and as you can see there is very definitely no interior and no details here, but I wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update on the main structure. And of course back here I'm not quite so sure whether I want windows or your decorations and things like that. So yeah, we are making progress, and even my shaders make rain look nice, which is pretty cool. Anyway, I guess I should continue and stop yapping, because this project's taken me a while, and I shouldn't hang around and do nothing. Okay, everybody, this is what I would like to call, I don't know, the control room, technology, something fancy, power room. I don't know, it's quite similar to the one that I did over in the other place, but before we explore the rest, I do want to say this room matches me very well. I don't know, the red and the grey, something to do with that. Anyway, let's go outside and walk around to the second area where we've got a much more basic look happening here. And that's because we can go up here to an even more bare bones room, because it is basically just a corridor to take us up into the main control room, where we've got a variety of different things happening, and it's actually cleverly lit with glow icons so that I don't have to have any visible lighting in this room, but it still is mob proof. Yeah, that is what I have been able to work on in this build, as well as, of course, some decoration on the outside, even a little like fan unit, which I stole from someone a while back. I don't know who I saw build it, but it's pretty cool. Yeah, this is actually where I would like to end with the shipbuilding today. I think there are some other tiny little details that I want to add, but to be honest, I think I have spent plenty of time on this video, and it is also the day before this video needs to release, so I haven't really got much time anyway. The last thing I want to do is I want to hop over to the chess area. We weren't able to play a game this week due to people, I don't know, people just not playing their games and waiting for the next round and all that. But a fun little development has happened over in the chess area, and I may as well not cut and just fly over myself. Check that I'm not just barging in on people playing games, but no, we're all alone on the server at the moment. We hop into this fantastic little base, drop ourselves down here, and run down this little corridor that's changed a little bit since I last saw it. Yes, right over here, we've got a place where we can put our banner, which I think is pretty cool. So I think I might get some gold happening and my head on here. Maybe even a custom banner, who knows. It'll be pretty cool. So we'll do that, come back, and that'll be the last thing for today. Okay, everybody, I've added myself to the wall. I went with gold blocks instead of yellow wool. I thought it felt a little bit more cool, I don't know. And I indeed have not lost yet, but that might change because my next game is against Proportions, and that's mildly terrifying because he's really good. Alright people, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a comment, subscribe, and all that fantastic stuff. Yeah, I guess I'll see you next time for some pretty cool stuff. Bye everybody. Bye.